In this video, I am going to show you how to use the index, sum and average with each other. This is actually one of my old sheet. Actually, I had Excel sheet that actually I have used it and created this thing before. I will use the same example to show it to you. As you can see that we have the cities here: New York, London, Berlin, Paris, Madrid, Tokyo, Dubai, Toronto, and we have gold here. Okay, maybe for it is was for 2006 Christmas ending, and here is the figure in millions. And this is silver, this is diamonds, this is precision stones. This is some sales report of year 2000 Christmas ending, or whatever the year ending you can say. Okay, now the thing is that let's define, we need some of the ranges to teach. Okay, what I'm going to show you is how to use index and sum and index together with the this thing. As you can see, these are the now first we need to name the cells, so we will call them this thing, select this name, and we will call them the in the name range, define name, and we will call them index cities. Index cities. Cities. In this thing I will select the sheet. This is sheet 1. I'm going to click OK. Just remember that if you have renamed it, you can actually change the color of this thing. If you want it, you can make it red, you can make it blue, and so on and so forth. As you can see, you can change the sheet color. Okay, and you can rename it. If you want, you can say index average sum. Okay, now let's actually have name the range. First thing, this is the index city. Now let's see what's the other figure is. What index sales. Okay, this is the index sales. As you can see, this is the, let's define the name as my name as index sales. This is the sheet 1, so I'm going to select the sheet 1. Okay, I'm going to select this thing. I hope the define name. Let me edit the other one. Name manager. Let me check the index cities. Edit it. It's okay. It got corrected. Now there's one more here. As you can see, this is the index row number. So I can say the index row number, define name. I can type here index row number. This will be the number inputted by the user. So this is what the index row number means, and I'm going to say OK. And this would be the index column number. Here I have not used it, but this should be the index column number. So I can say define index column number. Again, selecting from the sheet, I can say select sheet. Click OK. Now we have the index cells, we have this thing, we have this thing, we have this thing. Okay, so far so good. Now let's use this formula once and see what happens here. I will use the index. Index is what will actually do it. I'm going to press this thing and I'm going to say click it, sorry, paste it. As you can see it here. Okay, maybe not selected, or we are going to type it maybe. Index equals to index index cities sorry, index cities 1. Name is some, there's problem with the name. Okay, we will do it with the pressing the F5. Next 5, index cities 1, and we get the value of New York, because this is the index city range. This is number 1. If we selected this thing again, and if I said it, I wanted the this time 3, so it will give me the third number in the index, that's Berlin. This is what actually the index does it. Okay, now I'm going to show you to how to use something else. As I'm going to show you index row number, this was the index row number, and you can see what happens when I show it to you how to use it. So we will see it how to use this function index cities. What basically does, it will look into the index cities for the index row number and actually give you the result. Okay, so we can type here equals to index and press F5, index city, comma, again press F5, and this time index row number, and I'm going to click OK. Now it gives me London, because 2 is the place for the London. As you can see, this is what it uses. And if I change here to 5, you see that it's changing the matrix. Okay, this is what the index function does. So actually you can make it change to the again to 3, and you will see it's coming to Berlin, or you can change it to maybe 6, and you can see okay, Tokyo is coming up. Now let's say if you change it 10, which was not there, and let's see what happens. This is the reference problem. So this is what it is. So let's say I press it this time to 4, and we get Paris. So this is what actually will do it. This is what it is very similar thing what we have done it here. Instead of actually giving the number, we have actually allowed the user to put this thing and name the range here. Whatever user puts inputs here, it gets into here, and we can get that index from that place. As you can see, now we will go and see the other one. This is index sale 1 by 4. Let's see what happens with this thing. Index 1 by 4 should give us what? 2. Okay, let's check it. Index, press F5, index sales, and 1, that's 1 row, this 4th column, and should give us 2. Okay, this is first row, and this 4th column, first column, second column, third column, 4th column. Okay, so it gives us 2. Okay, let's use it once more and see it. Maybe this time I will copy it, and I will change it to 2, 2, and see. Let's find out what it is. 2, 2 is again 2. Maybe not to get confused, I will go to 2, 3. So we get 5. So this is how it works. Okay, this is what the index will do. Remember that it counts the columns from 1, 2, 3, 4, not the same place. Okay, it will start counting from the next one. So this is what the index does. Let's go and see the next formula what we have. What does it do? Now this is sum the index 0, 1. 0, 1, when you say sum index, it will actually sum the whole thing down from up to the down. Okay, when I say 0, 1, means it wants to actually ask you to actually sum up the whole thing. Okay, let's do it. And the other one is okay, here the sum comma, and we will do the average also. And this is sum index sales 0, 1, so we use it. as sum index, press F5, index sales, click OK, and 0 comma 1 we need to bracket, we need to put one more bracket, and we get 39. Let's check it out whether what we have got is the same thing, true, or we have got it false. Is 39 good enough? Now I could have used this thing as a little bit trick. Let's do it 0. What happens when I say in this time I say 0 comma 2? What does it say? It actually sells up this thing. Let's sum and see it, and we have got the same 23. Now we can actually use it to average. Now we have used the average in this thing. I have used the average with a different way. I've used average 3 comma 0. Which means I want to average the third row. Okay, so I can say equals to average okay, press F5, press the index sales 3 comma 0, and I can say, let's see, 3 comma 0. So let's see and check it. Did I say index sales? Okay, I forgot to put the word here is index, so it's going to create a problem. So I need to say index. Where did the index go? How is going to look for the index? Okay, here it is 4. So as you can see that if I take an average of this thing, these 4 thing, let's see, it is 4. That is what exactly it does. Now I can copy it, I can put it here, and I can this time make it, instead of 4 I can make Tokyo, that's for 6, and we will see it is 4.5. Let's copy this formula and test it at Tokyo. It is giving the correct result, and yes, it is giving the correct result. Now so far so good. Now this is what you have seen, and this is what the 0 is always used for the column, and the thing is that so far it is so good. Now let's try something completely out of the blue. Okay, let's actually give it like this. Instead of saying Tokyo, I go and say maybe 1 2 3, and let's see what happens. It gets 6. Okay, so 1 2 3, it gives me 6, but naturally it's not an average of these two, it gives just me the digit. Okay, so it is going to give me the only the thing is this thing, what you call the third one in the 6th row, as you can see. So it's when you say 0, it does it for the whole row, and you can see the result. And the same thing you can do with the average. This is how the index and average and the sum is used. That's all. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.